Just curious about the apartments. Welcome to Sultana's Brett Apartments. Whether you've come to eye or simply ask a question, my services are at your disposal. Ask about apartments. Purchasing 500 gil, but you must level 50 in a single class, and second lieutenant or above in one of the grand companies. My god, that is expensive. Yeah, this is really some later on shite here. I'm surprised I'm not even allowed in here. You know? This place looks lovely. And it has, you know, plants, stable. That is cool. Anyway, Moogle stuff, cool. What's that person then? Pepsico Wang. Alright. Alright. Resident caretaker. Just may as well say hi there. And hi to them. And then we can move on. House inquiries. I pray this day find you well, sir. As caretaker of the Goblet, it would be my pleasure to answer any queries you may have. And ownership. Plots are available. Some say a quality estate is built upon quality foundation, but to them I would say, what is a quality foundation built upon? Quality land, of course. Let me just get a drink. Small, medium, and large plots are available for purchase. The plot size determines the maximum number of furnishings that can be placed, as well as the type of estate hall that can be constructed. Cottages can be built in small plots, houses are medium, and mansions are large. Please note that the estate hall must match the plot size. A cottage cannot be built on a large plot, for example. After I purchased it. The process is so simple that even a child could do it well. An exceedingly wealthy child, but I digress. First of all, the requirements for purchasing land vary depending on whether you're a private buyer or a representative of your free company. Privately, level 50, and second lieutenant. And if you want to do it for your free company, then it's you have to be given permission to do so, as well as everything else. And this is just talking about the price reducing. State retainers. Residents are more than welcome to appoint retainers and merchants under state grounds, where they obtain the necessary documentation in advance. Expansion of duties permits, which can be purchased from independent settlers in any residential district, can be used to place a retainer on your estate grounds outside the hall. Items currently placed on the market by a retainer can then be purchased by anyone who speaks with them. When using a permit, you'll be permitted to place a retainer, select a retainer to place. However, should you wish to change retainers afterwards, you may do so freely. If you are placing a retainer on a free company estate, please be advised that in the event you leave or discharge from your company, the retainer will not be automatically removed. Once placed on a free company estate, retainers may only be removed by members who have the authority to do so. Ooh, I could see someone getting rid of one of your retainers on you. They must be getting drenched. Well, you know, they kick you out, so then you have to get rid of your retainer so you can get a new one. It's only a big issue insofar as you know, there are levels in like Lancer or whatever. Oh, excuse me. Why is this gate over here closed, I wonder? same as the other guy. Alright then, fuck you too. Anyway, teleportation. Good. I'll turn in the other quest to the person at some stage, whenever I can be bothered. Okay. Black Tea Brook. Huh. Interesting name. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Silence once more if we are to... beg pardons. It is our terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Commander has been waiting for the aid of the Silence. Hail, adventurer. But you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. So she's materializing from the Eater. Yada and Papa Limo. Always a pleasure to see you two. See the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Silence of late. Quite so, Commander. Little Bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of adventuring prowess. Aye, your Little Bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we've been investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelves with home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder seeds here, who has no desire to see our people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, thus precisely for this reason that the Sylphs' reaction to the primal Ramon has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. From this they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even the slightest chance of that there's something that the primal might disturb the balance between Gardenia and Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ramo, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gardenia, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, seek an impartial party to serve as a liaison. That's where you Silence come in. The Sylphs have little solace remain untempered. The Sylphs of little solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. Wait, so the Ramov has been summoned back at the ships and sands. They weren't sure if he was summoned, or if they could even summon. But clearly, he's been summoned, and is tempering people. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bears little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon Houghton Hut. Our officer stationed there can align to you as to how to win the Sylph's favour. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly pavalier with the Sylphs? This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Houghton Hut, was it? I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly pavalier indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalima. Actually, have to go to what's this? A sight to behold. Alright. Fuck it, I'll deal with it later. Shroud. Lancer's Guild. Also, we remember how the guy from Ul'dah, you know, the group we're part of now, I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, you know, the white-haired guy. We never did find out who the, you know, that guy with PTSD was, or Survivor's Guild was. And he swears he knows them. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Aye, the ferry dock that bases hill carry across the lake to East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you'll find Hawthorne Hut without much trouble. Hawthorns are the most welcoming folk who've shown us no small measure of goodwill. Still, a bit of courtesy goes a long way. I encourage you to stop by Full Flower Comb and introduce yourself to Rosa before you travel on. Just going to teleport over, but it seems like that would be ill-advised, insofar as it would mean I'd have to double back. I think I'll be stopping recording soon. It's approaching morning, and I typically try to record at night. It's better that way. I'm always paranoid about background noise and whatnot. Just keep an eye out for any enemies to that needed for hunting. Also, these really look like that's like bee boxes, and they make me think more of like filing cabinets or whatever, filing boxes. An adventure, 10 to 12, could have come at a more opportune time. Please, you must help us. Why, it's our bees. The poor little dears are attacked by a murderous swarm of hornets. These bees are our livelihood. You must save them. So when you said swarm, you meant swarms. Killer hornets. I remember people talking before about Japanese bees and hornets. The hornets are quite dangerous, but the bees all gather off them, cluster around them, and vibrate to death. They actually end up, you know, cooking them alive, kind of thing. No, I don't have the interest. I don't know how true it is, but sounds badass. Regardless of its validity, it certainly sounds cool. And that's all that matters. It's done. No, honestly, probably, like I said, probably will end up fighting Rama or whatever. Somehow I doubt we can find our way around it via talking. Thank you, friend. Finally, our bees can make their honey in peace. I knew you were the 12th sense the moment I laid eyes upon you. You travel to our hut, you say, and will speak with the servant officer there. There is one who goes by Amlin. He's a sentry at Jocelyn's Spire, but that makes regular excursions to our hut. He's quite enamored of our honey, the tales of my husband Rolf, though I found him to be tight-lipped around those he's unfamiliar with. Oh, I know what we might try. Why don't you take a jar of fresh honey to him? I reckon we will find him more than talkative then. We'll say hi to you. Be at ease, Venture. Rosa raises her honeybees with the blessing of the elementals. Alright then. I wonder, remember that adventurer who her husband ended up dying and she was carrying his head around apparently? I wonder how she's doing. Will she turn up again? Okay. Before I sign off, I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to try that giant dungeon thing. Actually, wait. Is this even the area? I think it is. Grand Company Life quests. The Roads and Alliance Charter states that Grand Company Life quests are to be made available to all adventurers listed in Grand Company regardless of allegiance. However, they often provide members with bonuses for undertaking their own lives. There's other bonuses based on performance. 20s. Grand Company Lives. Grand Company Lives are special missions available only to Grand Company members. Can only be accepted by speaking to a Grand Company officer. Completing one of these Lives quests will not only earn you items and experience, but company seals as well. A bonfire burns in the woods this day, and burn it must, until the goblins' unspeakable harvest is reduced to ash, and as fine as snuff, and pale as morning prayer. Black boars would stay to guard the flames, but an urgent hunt calls us away. We petition you to keep the flame alive, no matter who or what comes to douse it. Mortal munchies. A supply parties come under impattack, and its precious cargo stolen. The foul creatures transformed themselves into beastkin and vanished among the trees ere the chase could be given. You are bid to find them and settle this matter. Begin by surprising a wind sprite with a poke, and then slay the glowing figure to collect luminous crystals. Use these items on beasts to see through their guises. Okay, that's interesting. Indeed, I am Amur's twin adder. Your face is unfamiliar to him. You have a present for me, you say. Collected directly from the comb. Bees are hungry. They'll simply have to make more. A jar of roses honey, and freshly harvested boot. So you know how to make a first impression, friend. Ah, so you are the adventurer of whom the commander spoke. Do forgive me for being curt. My stomach has been rumbling something fierce. My word is honey, like a look of gold. Forgive me. You've come to discuss not honey, but sylphs. For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Are under trust, however, and they're friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more? You do as well to speak to Rosebud's husband here, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the sylphs than I'll ever know. Rolf Hawthorne, patriarch of the beekeeping Hawthorne family, to be well versed in sylphic customs. Come to learn a thing or two about the sylphs, have you? Oh, I'll tell you one thing. They're pure folk. Peculiar, you ask? Well, let me tell you. There are. Beg pardon, friend. My memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my venturing days, and it's all clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before. Might have more luck with them. Jezebel Hawthorne. The Sylphs? Yes, father told me about his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You're best not to underestimate them encountered childless looks, as your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocolate scratches. I kinda wish you told me what their etiquette was, though. Incredibly, it seems, yeah, like I'm in the wrong zone for the quest that I was hoping for. But still. Just go batter down a few lemurs. Ooh, and boring leaves.